into a cauldron of noise. Rice Eccles Stadium, home to the... And the Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They punt it away on fourth down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they get...
Gashing the knee on the right. He got loose, almost has to finally drag down at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After a good man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from the 11. He leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the upright. The lead is 6 in the first. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today...
Hand off from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alexander. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. A jet sweep pass. Makes his man miss. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The option look. The pitch. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. He'll go to the sneak. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. The run to the right. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it again. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Calls his own number.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. give to the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Going to the running game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the tailback. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Potts. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Right on the money. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This quarterback part of their running game. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the...
Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finding open areas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This is why Rice Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Clock's right around the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just gashing this. The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this defense, man, they do it again. Like, they've done an unbelievable job of forcing field goals. And another opportunity, backing the offense up, getting the sack, maybe an opportunity to do it again.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Never a doubt. The lead up to 5 in the 2nd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to throw, it's Fred. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Beard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That's caught. It's Ingram. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Utes will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Flynn. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Got it in stride at the 15. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. pushes toward the goal line. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Try to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Loss of 2. Brings up second down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turning it on! Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. We'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets open down the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Punt is on its way. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Looking downfield, it's Flynn. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Running to Green. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Here's a heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick with the spin move. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to ride this running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Utes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Beard. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously, and I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.